Hello and welcome to Penumbra Requiem. Now, I wasn't sure that I was going to play this game, and the last time that I had tried to go ahead and do a recording of it, everything just went to hell and wasn't really able to continue. So this is actually attempt number 2, so this is not going to be quite as fresh of a playthrough as I had hoped to do. But we are going to go in and play what is the final game of the Penumbra trilogy. Now, this game is, I've talked about it before, it's kind of a bit of a mess. So this game was actually originally something they didn't want to do. They had originally planned with ending the game at the end of Black Plague, but they had a contract with their publisher, and they had to make a third one, so they created this. Penumbra Requiem is not like the other games. It's more akin to... what do I even want to call it? It's almost more akin to some sort of a... it's a puzzle game. That's what it is. It's a puzzle game built in Penumbra and using a lot of the same assets. You cannot walk 1,000 miles without taking the first step, which I want to say people call a Chinese proverb. It's been repeated countless times, I'm sure. But I did want to go ahead and at least play through it, so then they can go ahead and see exactly why I don't like this series that much. Or not this series, why I don't like this game.
Welcome, new arrival. You are the fourth new arrival detected in the past 10 hours. One further arrival recorded 32 hours ago.
Heavy, cold, strange markings. I don't think brute force is going to get me through this one, although when did it ever? Well, Philip, clearly you are not me, because that's the only way I know how to solve problems. What we need to do is we need to go ahead, and I think we need to do a few things that are going to get us out of here. First order of business, I'm going to head out and just check out all of these different rooms. There's a bunch of stuff here. There's a corpse. Corpses, bloody corpses. There is a ladder that I can't quite reach, but I can reach it if I bring one of these little cubes over. And there's a platform there that I'm not going to step on, and you will see why momentarily. So if I go ahead, let's bring this box onto this platform here. When I go ahead and step on, or put something on here, the crusher goes down, and the crusher smashes the box. If we stand on there, we will die. And now what I need to do is I need to rotate out this little piece to line up with those symbols. And they all light up, and a little green laser goes off.
What does it matter? They came for me in the cell, just as I was recording my findings. I felt sure it was over. My cyanide capsule was dud. And then I came to in this place, this monolith. It's unlike anything we've found so far.
So that was Elof Carpenter, and he is experiencing something similar to what we are now.
Name, Elof Carpenter. Rank, elevated. Status, Code C, imprisoned. We were so close. And yet, following the release of the Turngate virus 9 months ago, my personal security has at last been compromised. Yesterday, an unfamiliar survivor arrived in the next-door cell. It seems unlikely I will see him again.
So Elof here was the gentleman who was actually in the cell next to us when we woke up in Black Plague, and we had to do that little crush the coin puzzle. You'll also notice that there's a little skittering sound going on. Luckily, despite those being there, that's actually not real. So, I need to do a couple other things here. Let's go ahead and take a look. Dark, empty, I'm going to avoid it. If we jump in there, we get a special death scene, for lack of a better phrase. But it just acts like time flies forever, and Philip just starves to death down there. Or he goes insane from the time. Luckily, that particular little crusher doesn't actually continue working. Once it doesn't like keep pulverizing things. Once it goes down for good. Alright, let's go on ahead. Put one in here. I think I need 3, but I also need to do something else. I need to weigh down a couple of other little planks. Specifically, I need to weigh down this one here. Oh, hello. Perfect. Must touch weird portal. Philip, I feel like at this point you probably should know better than to do that, but, you know, honestly, I also generally wouldn't be surprised if you just decided that was the best idea. Because you're kind of an idiot. Alright. So I've used all of the things here. Now, I want to place this one on here, and this should disengage the locking mechanism. Looks like a seesaw bridge. I reckon I can shift its balance somehow. I need to somehow get another 1 or 2 of these over into that pit. I'm going to go ahead, yeah, you know what? I'll actually go ahead and do this. Let's go ahead and throw you down into here. I'm not entirely sure that this is necessary now that I think about it, but I'd rather just be safe than sorry because I don't want to have to redo this puzzle. And I do believe that we actually have to have... I think the game is smart enough that it does actually like reset our progress if we screw ourselves. Alright. So, come on, Philip. Heave over. Let's go, buddy. For a guy who's just shit-talking brute strength, it seems to be doing remarkably well for you. Alright. Throw you into here. That portal is going to be our exit point for the end of the game. Or not the end of the game, the end of each section. There's going to be a portal similar to that. This is 2. And... oh, wow, I only needed 2 of them? Okay. Cool, well, fuck it. Let's go cross.
Level exit open. Level exit open.
Perfect. And now we can get the hell out of here. The heart says I want it, but logic says you cannot have it. Eventually, logic gives in and imagination takes over. That's a nice little quote. Yeah, I want to say there's maybe like 6 or 7 levels or something like that in this whole game. What this is these are all neat little... they're almost like references, I think. That's the best way that I can think of describing them. They're like references to stuff that occurred in previous games. I don't really have a better way of describing it. And it is a real shame, too, because I would have loved to have seen a proper sequel to Black Plague. But I do know that the people who made Penumbra, Necrolog, and Twilight of the Archaic, they've actually gotten a virtual tacit seal of approval. Watch my steps. Okay. Yeah, they've gotten a tacit seal of approval from Frictional Games, if memory serves. And what was it? I believe... I don't remember what his name is, but yeah, they've actually come out and said that that was almost a more appropriate sequel to the series than the one that they gave it. Alright. So you'll notice that there's a little green light here. I don't remember if we've actually encountered these before or not, but this little green light is actually a security camera. And the security camera gives off poisonous gas whenever we step inside of its light. And it also seals off that door. That door is where we need to get that box. So I'm actually going to really quickly just try to push this as close to there as humanly possible. Alright. Run like hell, run like hell. What is my light at? What is my life at now? Oh, I'm actually okay. Alright.
9, 8.
And therein lies the problem. I need to cut the camera. I actually don't think you need to cut the camera. I'm pretty sure that you can do this just by timing it properly. I actually don't even know how to cut the camera. So, let's give this one more shot.
9, 8, 7, 6,
Beautiful.
4, 3,
And now,
1.
this is why we needed it. Because this should... Yep, that should open up the gate for us to move forward.
Can you hear me? Well, I hope that your ears... 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 Well...
Cassette player. And you might recognize the name, or the voice.
Patient, Dr. Eminis. Medical examiner, Dr. Eminis. Patient, that's me, reports disorientation and rash. I am infected, paranoia, oral distortion. Did I say that already?
Nope, I don't think so, buddy.
Patient had the most exhilarating out-of-body experience. I escaped reality. I feel good. Confided findings in Dr. Swanson. There is a 79.55% probability it will lead to her death.
It seems like a dick move then. Why would you tell her? Nah, whatever. Alright, so let us go through here. And this is where we're going to have to do another little box puzzle. So, let me see. I don't remember if these particular things are, if these particular explosives are the ones that are tuned only to human flesh, or if they work, or if it's anything that breaks the beam. So I'm just going to be a little bit more thorough and methodical, because I'd really prefer not to die. Alright.
One key.
Okay. Nope, that's just me being an idiot. Alright, so I actually have to go on back. And I think I remember where to go for the other key. The other key, you may have noticed, there was something up there. It's weak, but it should hold for me to climb. So the question really comes down then to how the hell do I get up there, because I need to pull that down. And I don't really have anything item-wise to use to hook it. So what I think might happen is I may need to actually go get the box that I just dragged all the way out there, which would really, really, really suck. Unless there's something else that I can throw. Oh, really? Oh, what? Why are you... Did I actually just fuck myself? I genuinely didn't know that that was even possible. Okay, fuck it. Perfect, there we go. Death, first death. Yeah, I think I partially fucked myself there because I think we might need both boxes to actually do that puzzle. I'm gonna really hope I'm wrong, because if so, I'm gonna have to replay this whole thing, and it's already been a hell of a day for recordings. I may have tried to do a whole bunch of recording for Condemned, only to realize that apparently my computer decided that it wanted to switch to a webcam that I forgot I even had plugged in. Oh, hang on. Well, this is interesting. How do I get up there, then? Do I climb up onto you, and then do I do a running leap and grab it? No? Oh. I wonder if maybe I do have to put the box down here, then. Maybe I have to put the box on there, and then the ladder will drop? God, it's been ages since I've actually played this. It's an okay little series of puzzles if you have a functional brain and you're not me and you can actually solve puzzles occasionally, but sadly, as we all know, puzzles are definitely not my forte. I want to see... Okay, come on. Oh, for fuck's sake, Philip, come on, man. You can somehow drag it, but... Okay.
Good day, can you hear me?
Weird.
There is no time to explain. Well, in fact, time is one of the few things we have in abundance down here. What surprises are spoiled by such catty curiosity.
Well, maybe that was a waste then. Maybe I didn't need to die.
Philip, it is I, your friend, Dr. Eminis. Were you expecting somebody else? I already know that you'll come to find me, but I invite you all the same.
God, I hate your smug prick voice. You know what I might be thinking of? I might be thinking of a mod that uses a very, very similar setup to that previous room. Yeah, I don't think we actually needed to climb that ladder, although I have a distinct memory of going up a ladder in that room. So, I don't know, maybe I am thinking of like Necrolog or Twilight or one of the other mods for this game. Because I think I believe the solution to that puzzle involves, you have to like flip the ladder down or something? We'll have to go ahead and see. So anyway, that death is less the game being like busted, and that's just me being an impatient idiot and not testing solutions. So I need to go down and get this key. This is going to lead us out to the exit, which is over there, so I just have to go ahead and ride some more boxes. Also, I forgot, this game has a weird thing where it doesn't completely lock the mouse cursor. It does it like 95%. But there's little bits of the window that apparently I can actually do that. Like right there, I was trying to turn to my left, and for some reason my cursor was actually outside the window. Which is always a little bit tiring, especially in a game that has first-person platforming elements. Alright, jump up here. And now I think I need to get back onto that platform and then back onto this box. And we can get the heck going. Like I said, neat little game, some neat sequences, but it's really a shame that this is, technically speaking, a sequel to Penumbra Black Plague. It's not that they can't do cool things, but I just don't think that the game actually does them entirely properly. So, into the next portal for the third level. Truth is like a sculpture. One perspective is never enough for true understanding. Okay, I remember this particular puzzle. This one's an interesting one, actually. This one has a couple of cool mechanics to it. So, these, I've never seen technology like this. These are basically gravity emitters. So I go ahead, if I do that as 1, if I do that as a 2, and then maybe that as a 3, I think what will happen is as I place these down, come on, yep, there we go, what's going to happen is they should emit, I think, higher levels of gravity, or anti-gravity specifically, for each one. And what we have here, well, first this is a painkiller, which is nice, because this is a very, very high likelihood of me falling on my ass and dying. What the hell? No, get down there. Yeah, what we're going to have to do is, this is going to be a little bit more of a first-person platforming thing, and I've talked about it before, platforming in first-person is not a good design element. So, this here, you'll notice that there is some blue lines up there. Those blue lines are a teleportation grid. So, I really won't be able to showcase it from here, but I think I may need a box up there sometime. Fuck it. If I do, I'll get it later. But what happens is, whenever something interacts with them, they go through whichever one of these is established. Oh no, don't you be broken. Hang on, can I rotate you? What the heck? Oh, there we go. Okay. I just want this to actually be flat, because when we're jumping around on here, any slip is going to be a problem. So what I want to do right now is, I think I want to set you to 2. And let's go ahead and see if I have this correct. Because if I have it on 2, I think there's a pipe up there somewhere that's going to drop this all the way down. No? Maybe I brought it out to the other side then, I'm not sure. And luckily, it does only happen to affect physical items.
Didn't drive me insane as it did you. Oh, yes, I know about Clarence.
Really? Do you know that he's an asshole?
With the turn gate on a different plane. It has its advantages. I know about you, about the universe, about God. But you know what else I know? I know what you did. I know you revealed the location of this facility.
Do you also know that I don't give a shit? Alright. So, little bit of a problem. Or not a problem, little bit of a weird gimmick that actually killed me the first time I ever played this. This is ketchup. And I don't know if you can read the ketchup, but it's ketchup from a specific brand. It's explosive ketchup. And this explosive ketchup is going to be our go-to gimmick for solving a significant number of problems that we're going to be facing. We need to get all the way up to there. And actually, can I go ahead and just blow open this thing? Because I don't quite remember how to... Yes, we can. Wonderful. Good. Now I don't need to worry about that.
Keys persisting in the environment. 1.
And that means we have to go all the way back around and down and blah, blah, blah. But I need to lower that to lift us to go up there. Let's go ahead and do that. Oop, come on. Here we go. Got this really wonky control system here. And I also want to really quickly grab one more explosive ketchup because we're actually going to have to use it to proceed forward. And I'm going to set that down very, very gently. No, no, no. Do not roll off. Okay, you know what? We're just going to go ahead and set you down here. Okay. Well, anyway. Yeah, we need to go ahead and climb up onto that. And we need to do it in such a way that I can get on top of here, because getting on top of there is going to lead us... A large container, it seems stable enough. Perfect. Alright. And, luckily, there is explosive ketchup for us to use. Well, there went the other one. Now, I'm going to do something kind of dumb. I'm actually going to hop off a little early. I'm going to go over here, because this is going to lead to here. And...
Available. Please exit the area before exit becomes compulsory.
Well, that doesn't sound threatening whatsoever. So I'm also going to need that metal brick. Also, that whole cursor locking thing seems to be getting worse, and I'm not really a big fan of that. Ooh, painkillers, wonderful. You may be wondering why I'm sticking with the glow stick, because honestly, I don't actually even know why I have it out. It's a light room. It's mostly because I'm kind of dumb.
In the event of massive infection, shelter and archaic personnel are encouraged not to trust anyone but the elevated cast.
Alright. Now there's going to be something else I have to do. I have to go back down. I need to go back down all the way there because I have to hit the other switch to set up the tier 3 or whatever you want to call it. Okay, really getting tired of that game. The third one of these dispensers. Let's go ahead and hit you. Because yes, this would be the first one. The one that we had earlier up by the explosive ketchup crate or whatever you want to call it was the second. And now... Oop, come on. Here we go, here we go. The third one is going to be higher up, and we need that particular little... whatever you want to call it. I'm just going to have to keep on doing right-hand turns, I guess. Yeah, we're going to have to do all of these... Ah, God, I can't even speak today. Sleep deprivation is finally catching up with me. I'm going to need to throw that metal bit onto here. Alright. Oh, really? I didn't even know if there was a thing over here. Okay. Oh, that's not too bad. Let's go ahead. I'm going to drop you onto the lasers. You know, it is a real shame, because that's a kind of cool little gimmick, for lack of a better phrase, like a teleporting grid or something like that you could use to, you know, like launch stuff up and around. That could lead to some cool little gameplay mechanics, but alas, this game decided to... And I can't really even blame the game. I can just say that I'm judging this more harshly because of the fact that it's a Penumbra game. And I freely admit that. This game is just it's such a disappointment for someone who is such a fan, especially having come from playing Amnesia and kind of falling in love with frictional games and how they do games. But man, oh man, just... yeah, to play those and just love how they went, and then suddenly to play this, it kind of hurt just a bit, and it was not a pleasant experience. So, where is that other little dispenser? Somewhere up there, I think? Okay. Well, so here is this. And what, yeah, these are little platforms that we need to use to actually get ourselves up top. But I think I might need a fourth one, because the fourth one goes in up here. And I think you might be able to kind of cheat it around by stacking boxes, but it's a really big pain in the neck to do. So if you are using this as some kind of a guide, A, why the hell are you doing that? B, I would just go ahead and do what I did.
Questioningly pursue what society tells them to pursue. Unlike is heard. But then there are those that think for themselves. Only these stubbornly logical minds could join the elevated caste. I questioned everything I thought I knew and felt prepared. But what use is that now, in a place that defies all logic?
That is an interesting question, actually. What do you do in a place that does not obey any logical rules whatsoever? And I think the answer is that you figure out the logic of the place anyway. And if it is truly random, then eventually whatever you're doing is going just to work by the nature of chaos theory. But generally speaking, I think I kind of refuse the idea of a place that's completely illogical. I feel like anywhere has rules that you could work with and figure out, but I don't know. Maybe that's just me being crazy. Alright. Good, and I'm very happy that I did not trip, because we're going to be coming up on the section that actually made me rage quit recording this last time. I want to say it's the next level or the level after that. A question can never truly be known. Agnosticism is the only answer. Highly doubt that. Pretty sure that you can have a pretty fucking good idea, for example, that 1 + 1 is always 2. What kind of philosophical bullshit is this? Yes, so this is the area. This is where I actually got so frustrated and angry at this game that I actually quit it last time. And I will go ahead and I'll actually show you the where and the why I got so frustrated. Hatch won't open, the system appears to be in shutdown.
I recall your arrival, Philip. I recall you blindly wandering into the computer room, seeking my knowledge, unable to digest it. And yet, I do not recall how it all ended.
Pretty sure I locked you in a room to starve to death, asshole.
Age of the universe 13.7 billion years. Intelligence species 103. Meaning of life negligible. But my own past is a mystery.
That is kind of terrifying, the idea that there's 103 sentient species in the world. But I am going to also take this opportunity to say thank you very much for watching, and I'm going to end this video here. Next time we're going to do an incredibly frustrating puzzle, and I'm going to hope that I don't break it this time, because apparently that's what I ended up doing. And I will go ahead and showcase to you why I hate this particular section. So thank you very much for watching, I hope you enjoyed, and I look forward to seeing you next time.